What is up, my little Danos? Vebs is your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are here for the low tier format week 7 when I go up against Keegan. And again, I don't remember last time I got to play him. He's definitely a familiar name to me, all the way from the years when I first started doing YouTube and I was part of the Showdown Leagues. I was qualifying for NPL majors. I qualified there, so he's been a name that I have seen around there, so we are familiar with each other in that regard, but I honestly just cannot remember last time I got to play him. So Salasso as well. The first 5 made sense, and I figured that would be the case. And with the Iron Leaves, I was kinda expecting to have a Terra type that beats Mandibus naturally. It just makes sense going to this matchup. But other than that, he does bring this Salasso, which is a little annoying because he can set up T-Spikes. But I guess versus my majority of my most important Pokemon, the T-Spikes won't matter as much. I guess. I'm still kind of leaning towards leading with my Terra Fairy Armor Roots, because he does have Red Sea Draco as well. And I don't have a natural Fairy type in my draft still. So I kind of want to lead with it still. Right, because if he leads with the Salasso, that just gives me hazard opportunities with my Gastrodon, because my Gastrodon has both Spikes and Stealth Rocks, Earthquake and Recover with the Window Berry. So I wanna say I would deal with it that way. I have Rocky Helmet Halucha, which is still offensive, but it's a offensive pivot to the Crocodile. We have a Casta Berry Endure Terra Fairy Armor Roots to deal with either with the Red Sea Draco or the Iron Leaves, ideally. But you're gonna see the sets as we go, the typical fashion as I've been doing this season. I don't wanna go too much in depth right away. Let's just jump into the action, and good luck and have fun to Keegan, and let's see what happens. He leads with Orban, which is the Salasso. Now he doesn't know that I'm packing Psychic coverage per se, so unless this is... Well, that was awkward right from the get-go. I don't know what happened there. I wanna say my internet is fine. Okay, seems like we just had a classic Nintendo moment that we just cut out very briefly, but I guess now we know each other's leads and we are just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna think about it too much. My turn 1 play, unfortunately, would be probably that I have to swap into my Gastrodon. On the Salasso, Salasso could obviously like go for a Toxic Spikes, he can go for a Toxic. There's a lot of things it can do to deal with going from there, but I guess at that point I will just get up my hazards, which I guess can at least weaken down the Red Sea Draco's Dragon Energy move, unless it's Heavy Duty Boost, and at that point I would know the information. But it's gonna be the lead situation. He does bring out the Salasso, I lead with the Armor Roots. And because I don't have Psyshock, I cannot really stay in here and start punishing this, frankly. So I just hard going to Gastrodon here. I'll go into Gastrodon for now to kind of see what's going on here. He does go for Slot Spray turn out 1. Here. How do I want to deal with this? So I probably have to go for Earthquake. Expecting this to have Taunt. No, he does withdraw hard. I have no idea what that is. It's the Iron Leaves. It's the Booster Energy. And we get a little bit of chip on this. How do I want to deal with this? Do I use my Torkoal here? Yeah, I'll go into Torkoal here, because I think Torkoal can live any one hit and it can eject bottom me out. And I'll get my Sun out at least. He does go for Leaf Blade hard, which I guess is fine. Cause now I can go into my Elmo and get my Terra off. Which I'll be fine with. And we Terralize, and I wanna say we just Armor Cannon here. Yeah. He does withdraw. And who is this guy? It's the Red Sea Draco. Okay. This could be a Southwest Red Sea Draco. You could also have like red card, I suppose. Let's see how much I do before I start calking. I did about a third. Okay. So, seeing that it did about a third, that doesn't make me think that it's a Southwest. Yeah. Which means that Terra Blast is relatively free after, so I'll just click that. I'll just hit what is in front of me for now. The fact that he used his Iron Leaf's booster energy already is pretty nice. The unfortunate part is that I used my check button to get my sun up, but I can get it up later for my Charizard to break. And that's good damage that he was forced to take there. He does go into the Salasso here, which again is okay because I'll break the Sash. Yeah. I'm fine with that. I broke the Focus Sash, and this gives me Gastrodon to set up hazards. Taken care of. He does stay in. Meaning he either just goes for attacking move, but I could see honestly Toxic coming out. Yeah. Here I'll go for Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I'll go for Stealth Rocks. He swapped the last time. He hasn't terrorized the Iron Leaves yet, so he does have a relatively easy swapping into that thing. And I have Rindo Berry, so funny enough, I might be able to live a hit from Leaves if I really chose to, but I don't think I'm forced to do that necessarily right now. I think the Iron Leaves is that one, yeah. And now I get up my rocks. Which is key. This is definitely a key. The sunlight has faded. I think for now I rather throw in my Mandipas, cause it can Whirlwind out. And if it dies, I think I'll be okay. I have my Armor Roots as a failsafe to deal with this thing. At this point I can just Whirlwind out and get a little bit of chippies. He does double. But I didn't make the same play as last time. He does go into something else that is new. This is the Crocodile, which is fine by me. He's intimidated with it. Okay. Now, I could go for a slow U-turn here, but I kinda wanna keep this alive because it can function as a Iron Leaves answer in a pinch at full health. So I'm gonna just hard into Hawlucha. He does withdraw. Who does he go into on this? Okay. The Empoleon. I withdraw and go into my Hawlucha. Do I see leftovers, perhaps? I do see leftovers. This is at least good to know. How much close combat would do to you? Because I expect this to be especially defensive versus my team. Close combat wouldn't kill. Or there's a roll actually that it can kill. Even from full. I'll go for U-turn. Because I have a free swapping into this in Gastrodon, but I expected the Uxie to come in. Yeah, we see the Uxie. It takes Stealth Rocks. And it will take the U-turn as well. And that did decent amount of damage. Because I critted it. And it's Rocky Helmet, okay. So I can intensify that thing's item. So, I have a couple of options. But one of the options that I do like is potentially going to my Torkoal heal here. Because I can go for a Rapid Spin to prevent Stealth Rocks. I can honestly go for damage here. I could go into Mandibuzz to knock off. Gastrodon is probably better off to come in on this Salazzle, so I wanna say I go to Torkoal here. I don't have the eject button anymore, but this will do decent chip to anything. And I'll have the Sun up from this. So, I could honestly go for a Flamethrower, because I can chip anything down with that. I have Earth Power for Salazzle. So I think I'll go for Flamethrower here, just to get some damage. And I have Rapid Spin if this goes for rocks. Because this could be his rocker. To be fair, he has 3 rockers of what he brought on his team. He drafted a lot of rockers, but... just be able to get some damage on this thing would be nice. He does U-turn out. So I'll be able to chip with Sun Boosted Flamethrower on something incoming. We are defensive, but any damage is nice, cause whatever has to take the fire move now doesn't want to take it necessarily later. He goes into Crocodile, probably... okay, this was just an offensive swap. Let's see what we do. How much do we do? Well, that's good damage. That's honestly good damage. Now I'll go into Hawlucha. This could be, like... at any point, he might be pressing Stealth Rocks, which is a little annoying, but... I can go into my Hawlucha. And it's relatively free to click U-turn, and then I can bring my Charizard in, ideally, while the sun is up. Which I'll be happy with. And thanks to that U-turn crit, it might actually be in range of my Sun boosted, Solar Power boosted Flamethrower for my Charizard. So I don't ideally have to deal with a Fire Blast accuracy. But we go into Hawlucha. As we see Knockoff, which will remove my Rocky Helmet, but I have it there so I'm able to remove some health from it. And now I can just U-turn out again. It will finish this Crocodile, and it gives me initiative. And ideally able to position myself in a way that Charizard gets to press something. Because honestly, today, on this game, I just want to be able to click moves with Charizard while Sun is up. That was like something that I'm like, you know what? All things that could happen in this battle, outcome-wise or whatever, I just want to be able to use Charizard well in this game. That's really all I want. O'Brien comes out, which is the Uxie. And it will just take more damage. Yeah. So, I can go into just my Charizard here, and he doesn't have a swap into it. And this thing easily dies at this point to a Flamethrower. So I can just go into Charizard freely here. Alright, it's Charizard Gaming. Flamethrower. Shoutouts to the nicknames, by the way. Some of these nicknames that I inherited from Addison, because I was asking from her some nickname ideas for my newest members that I took from free agency. And one of them is all caps Big Brain, that was used in one of the leagues that I hosted. That is a draft league format where there's two coaches working together. They make a draw logo together, they draft together, they team build together, and they play together. All happens in 5 weeks span plus playoffs. And Addison and a good friend of ours, Chris, they were paired together and they won a championship, and Charizard did amazing things for them in Generation 8 when this happened. So shoutouts to that. Shoutouts to Charizard making its debut and able to claim a kill here. Now he does go into this one. That is probably gonna just hard hit me here. I could go into my Torkoal here, because I'll take the electric move. Probably fine. And then it gives me my armor roots after, and we can go from there. I think that's the play. So we preserve the Charizard for now. Get the Torkoal in. And he does Terralize. If he goes for, like, honestly any move, I'll probably just press Yawn afterwards. Terra Blast comes out, okay. We take it fine because we are physically defensive, which is nice. I have Earth Power on you. Is Earth Power the best play here? Now that it's Terralized? Or am I clicking Yawn? Terra Electric. Earth Power honestly only does like 30%, so I don't think that's necessarily even the play. I think the play is Yawn. And it does mean that he has to withdraw here. And the Red Sea Draco comes out, which I'm fine with. Because now I get to Yawn this. And I don't think he wants to stay in here, right? Would he stay in here? Because I could go into armor roots here. Like, the crazy play here is that I would call this Salasso and Earth Power. Or double into Gastrodon and play it relatively safe, I suppose. This thing is kinda still good for the Iron Leaf, so part of me wants to say that I should preserve this. But armor roots also kinda deal with this. I don't think he clicks Fairy Move. I think he goes into Salasso, so I'm gonna Earth Power here. He does withdraw. Let's see the Salasso. I think that's the Salasso, baby. Oh, baby. What's this Earth Power, baby? Let's go, Torkoal. Shkadam! Get that shit out of here. Cool. I'm glad I stuck with the prediction that I immediately noticed that, okay, he could honestly do this. And I was willing to go for it. Let's go, Torkoal. The Crocodile comes in. And, I have an answer to this in Hawlucha. And I have fully healthy Mandible, so even if Hawlucha would... Well, to be honest, Hawlucha is kind of my speed later on. Huh. I think Hawlucha is still the play, because I do have fully healthy Mandibles. As long as I preserve that, it will able to deal with this Crocodile later. And I have weak armor on the armor roots. Alright, we go into Hawlucha here. We go for we have Mold Breaker as our ability that is gonna proc. And he goes for Earthquake. Here, honestly, I think my play is Roost. I'll go for Roost here. Because this is nice to preserve if he's... Okay, he is not choice locked. What does he do? Goes for Stone Edge. That's fine by me. That is a free recovery. That is free recovery. Do I wanna stay in? Or do I wanna pivot out? I think pivoting out is fine. Yeah. I get the U-turn out. Crocodile dies. And, what do I wanna go into? I could go into Torkoal to set up the sun again, because whatever comes after... Yeah, like Leaves doesn't deal with me 1v1, I can utilize Armor Roots to deal... Yeah, I think Torkoal is the place, just to get the sun up. Alright, sun is back up, baby. The third time Aaron is able to summon the sun for us. Okay. And that is the Red Draco. Fine by me. Fine by me. I wanna say Armor Roots is honestly always the play. So I'll just go for that. Because it does position me in a way that I can go from a good attacking move there. He does go for Dragon Pulse, which is fair. Do I need to predict here? I don't think so, right? I'll just Terra Blast. I'll hit what is in front of me. And I'm faster, which is nice. So I don't have to take any unnecessary damage. Cool. I do have Whirlwind on the Mandibutt still. That can function versus the last two things. As long as the other one is still alive. I cannot Whirlwind the last one. Which is kind of what I have to kind of play for, in a way. Maybe, I don't know. The Empoleon was leftovers. He goes to the Empoleon. Does this matter for me if I go for damaging move? Or do I just go into you? Because this was leftovers. Surely it's not set up, right? I wanna say Cascodon is fine, because it can Earthquake the last two Pokemon alive. I wanna preserve this just in case I need this for the Iron Leaves. Because I have the Endor. For weak armor. Flash Cannon comes out. And we know this is leftover, so I'll just go for damage here. Which means it's gonna be Earthquake on this case. I have Rindoberry off the chance it carries Krasna, so I'll take one hit. There's no need to hazard stack anymore. Like, honestly, we just pressed Stealth Rocks and we were fine. When it comes to that. He does go for late game rocks. Respect that, you know. It is the late game Iron Leaves here. Yep, that does good damage to me. And the Sunlight does go out. Okay, he does keep roosting with it. Do I need to play around this? No, not necessary, because I just need to keep it in range of close combat, I think. Yeah. I'll just keep Earthquaking. I don't think I need to overthink this. Because I go also last, so until he actually kills me. And I just need this to be in a range of Halutza's close combat, so I can just click close combat twice. And the Earthquake does way too much for it to be too physically defensive. Do I die yet? I do die, cool. It's actually better that way, because now Halutza can come in and just press buttons. And the Iron Leaves should not be able to do a whole lot. Okay, we click close combat. Nice. We pick up the Empoleon, and now the Terra Electric Iron Leaves is the last thing alive. But it's been taking some damage throughout the game. One resisted Earthquake and a couple of times Stealth Rocks. Yeah. I wanna say we just hit this with close combat. Go from there. Oh, it barely misses out on the kill. He does go for Terra Blast. And I think I'm fine going to my Elmo, the Armor Roots. It should be able to live one hit. And I can just press... honestly, whatever. I can press, honestly, just whatever. This doesn't get recovery moves. So I'll click Armor Cannon. Yeah, there comes the Terra Blast. Yeah, we take that just fine. Let's go, Elmo, and we get the weak armor boost. In case something would happen that meant that it wouldn't kill, but obviously we kill it because this is a stab. 120 base power, and you are 5 HP Iron Leaves. Good game to Keegan. He was #1 seed and only had 1 loss going to this game, so honestly he wasn't in a necessary backs against the wall, I guess it would be a proper term in English to say that he wasn't necessarily pressured to come into this game and go for a win necessary. Whereas for me, I was going to this 4-2, and there are a lot of teams that are sitting 4-2 and 3-3 records that are sitting in the playoff race, whether making it or not. So solidifying my 5th win of the season going to last week when I play Amol is honestly much more necessary for me. Good game to Keegan. Make sure to check out my opponent and all the coaches in the league. When it comes to week 7 games, there are a lot of meaningful games, like I said, including what happened in this game. And there are plenty of other games that are very meaningful when it comes to playoff races. So thank you for watching. Make sure to check out other coaches as well, like I mentioned just now. And I'll see you on the final game of the regular season versus Amol, which I'm sure it's gonna be game of all times, considering that Amol is one of the most unpredictable and most creative Wi-Fi players as we know. I've known him actually longer than most of you guys have, and I've seen him play. So it will not come me as a surprise that how creative he can be, but nobody can predict what he does. So we'll see what he cooks for me next week. Until then, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.